Boy, where is the trophy?
No, where might the trophy be?
The trophy is where it belongs. The trophy is with its owner. The ultimate champion of champions.
All right, guys, let us know down in the comments below who your pick for the wild card is. Give them something awful. Let us know down in the comments below, and we'll be back next week starting with the actual debates. It's gonna be fun. We're doing Movie Wars again, guys.
Yay!
Somebody else get their name on the cup. Hey, everybody, welcome back to more first round action, exciting first round action of Captain Wars. To my left today, Michael Cruz defending the wild card, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
And then to my right is Michael Truly defending Steve Zissou.
Hi, guys.
The Life Aquatic. Everybody got their smiles in? Smile to the folks at home. Lovely.
That was awful.
You guys probably remember how this works. You get 2 minutes for opening arguments, then you get 1 minute for a rebuttal, and then you're gonna yell at each other until I'm tired of listening to it, and I'll cut you off.
I may not yell.
Oh, good.
You know, I may just use quiet fact.
Quiet fact.
I may not yell either.
I find that very hard to
I
believe.
reserve the right to yell, but I may not use it.
All right. Well, the coin that I spoke with earlier, he's a mess right now, to be perfectly honest. But he says you're going first, Truly.
Oh.
You got 2 minutes, starting right now, ready to go.
What can I say about Steve Zissou that wasn't already covered in his documentary Jungle Cats? Well, his crew stands behind him, not just a buddy, but a whole f***ing group of people. Even his ex-wife continues to support his ventures long after their separation. He's even looked upon as a father figure by not one, but two people in his life. Not just by Ned, but also by Klaus, who is desperate for his approval. Why? Why? Why all this love for Steve Zissou? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he won't leave a man behind, and if he does, he'll get revenge. I felt my mic fall off my chest. Are my levels still good, Luke?
Right.
Perfect. Even if it's to dynamite a jaguar shark. He's not afraid to take what he needs to get the mission done, even if that means robbing his nemesis of a shark tracking gear and an espresso machine. Technically, this theft and his getting away with it might make him a better pirate than Captain Jack Sparrow. A great captain both leads and inspires. Zissou does both. He stands up to the pirates, killing one, wounding others, and rescuing his crew, so you know he's brave and smooth in the face of danger. I would like to point out, he was front and center in the expedition to retrieve his Bond company stooge. Front and center, shooting pirates and dynamiting him. Jack Sparrow has hid from danger on multiple occasions. And Steve Zissou rescues his nemesis in this process. That's true bravery, being the bigger man. That's a goddamn leader. Someone who's not afraid to be front and center in the face of danger. Someone who's not afraid to reach forward with one hand while reaching back to bring his crew along with him. Now that, my friends, that right there is a goddamn captain.
Truly going on the offensive in his opening arguments. Cruz, you now have 2 minutes, and they start right now. Both of those minutes start right now.
Okay. I don't know what a jaguar shark is, but I do know that Captain Steve Zissou and Captain Jack Sparrow, I think, actually have a lot in common. When we meet them, they're both setting off on an adventure, in some ways of revenge, to get something that they've lost back. You know, Jack has lost his ship, and he would like to reclaim it, and Zissou has lost his reputation, and he would like to get it back, as well as his best friend, who he allowed to get eaten by a shark. And so they go off on these adventures. While you say that Jack Sparrow has hidden from danger, I would say that Jack, despite all of his flaws, of which there are some, no matter his state of inebriation, he is a good judge of a situation. He knows when to fight, he knows when to run, and that allows him to live another day and to be the pirate and the infamous pirate that he is. Like Steve Zissou, he also ends up bonding with some of his nemesis, and they go on adventures later on in his excursions. He is resourceful. He always gets his ship back. He has died and come back from the dead, unlike Steve Zissou, who for much of a father figure and a leader, as you may call him, ends up getting his maybe son killed. For much of his wife and the women in his life having his back, as you say, he's not very nice to any of them. And at the end of the day, Zissou is a parody of a captain. He's very literally a parody of Cousteau. While created by Noah Baumbach and Wes Anderson, two of my favorite filmmakers in the world. Worst Wes Anderson movie, in my opinion. And on top of that, flop at the box office. Jack Sparrow created a multi-million-dollar franchise beloved by the world because of his swashbuckling adventures and his brilliant character.
Time. Truly, you've got one uninterrupted minute of rebuttal coming your way, starting right now. Go.
First of all, sharks just are, man. They've taken down lesser captains like Captain Quint in Jaws. You can't control a shark. Second, helicopter accidents. Those just happen sometimes. Not Steve Zissou's fault. Not his fault. His son, who was not actually his son, died. These are blames that cannot be laid upon the laurels of Zissou. Now, past that, we're talking about parody. Yeah, this is an excellent parody of Jacques Cousteau. Johnny Depp is doing a poor parody of a rock star. In fact, the movie industry keeps him in these just to keep Johnny Depp away from music. I'll give you Pirates. Pirates is a good movie, but the rest are Transformers level bad. And if we want to go by box office and you want to vote for Pirates of the Caribbean and all its sequels solely by box office numbers, then you love Transformers. Enjoy your Michael Bay hell, you piece of shit motherfucker.
Oh, snap. That got nasty. Cruz, 1 minute, starts right now, go.
I think that at the end of the day, the reason that Zissou is as vibrant a character as he is, and that people do love him as they do, it's because they really love Bill Murray. There's not that much about Zissou, the character, to love. On the other hand, Johnny Depp is but Jack Sparrow is absolutely fantastic. He's fun, he's funny, he knows how to have a good time, he knows how to hold up in a fight, and he defends the people in his life to the end. And yes, the movies themselves may be a little bit of a disaster after the first one because they're gonna become parodies in and of themselves, but the characterization that Jack Sparrow has, and the character is able to do such a verisimilitude of things that he can go on all of these adventures and have all of these fun times and defeat all of these villains, whereas Steve Zissou, at the end of Steve Zissou, can't do much of anything else.
Look, if a half-drunk stagger is enough to make a character fun and iconic, then Nick Nolte is our greatest character alive. I think you made my point by saying the love for Bill Murray is the love for Steve Zissou. They are one and the same.
They are not one and the same. I think that, first of all, Bill Murray is a lot more fun than Steve Zissou, but also Zissou, let's really break down what happens with Zissou in this movie. He fights, his best friend dies, and so he abandons the career that him and his entire crew are dependent on, creates a documentary that makes his reputation flop in order to get revenge on an animal that, according to you, just did what an animal does.
None of that adds up. And
then his son, whilst he still believes his son, comes on board with this reporter that he then gets into basically a love spat with, despite the fact that he's still married and his wife is, at least through half the movie, on board the ship. He is jealous of the fact that this reporter is into his son.
First of all, none of your points are correct.
No, all of this happens.
He's separated from his wife. Yes, his wife is on the ship. The reporter he has a thing with, but doesn't ever act on.
Yeah, he doesn't act on it, but he gets it's all about this tension between. He gets jealous of the fact that that Ned is getting farther with the reporter than he is, and it creates all of this tension. And he's kind of an asshole. He's kind of an asshole of a guy.
You're right. He is pretty human.
He's not a great guy. And it's okay, so he's three-dimensional.
Jack Sparrow is the equivalent of a caricature that you're carnival drawer, draw me a pirate. And then the guy draws out a picture of a pirate, and then Johnny Depp does this in front of the camera for 2.5 hours each time.
And yet those 2.5 hours are significantly more enjoyable than however many hours Steve Zissou is.
Absolutely
with his slow talking and his long pauses after every
one thing that Jack Sparrow looks for and finds.
He finds the pearl, and he gets it back.
And why did he lose the pearl?
because he was drunk.
Yeah, right, because he was drunk. How about his piss-poor Faustian bargain he makes with Davy Jones?
It ends up working out in the end.
He's essentially making a deal with the devil.
So, what's wrong with the devil? He has some good ideas sometimes. Just saying. It's better than trying to kill the most beautiful shark in the world and then failing at it and then giving up.
There's no proof it's the most beautiful shark in the world.
I mean, isn't that why he doesn't kill him?
Nope.
Why doesn't he kill him?
Because he promises them he will not.
All right.
Damn it. At the end of the day, while neither of us is well versed in the other person's character, I can at least claim that while they have a lot in common, I think Jack Sparrow is a much better captain because he is so cool.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's how you ended it?
All right. If we're gonna play box office and because he's cool cards, we're done. We're out.
I mean, he doesn't put
We're
his
outta
entire
here.
crew in
No. You had your
egocentric-
chance.
He doesn't have a crew.
You had your chance and you said because he's cool.
Ah.
So,
Look, you don't
guys,
have to like
no, true,
Wes
we're all
Anderson.
done. Get down in the comments. There's a comment down there that says, like this comment if Captain Steve Zissou is the winner. And there's another comment that says, like this if Captain Jack Sparrow wins. So get down there, vote them up, let us know who won this thing. Also, make sure to check out our other matchup that's up this week. It is Captain Shakespeare from Stardust and Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Go over there, vote on that one as well. And come back next week for more Captain Wars.